every hour to a world with no president. Cause no president cowers, empowering the hate in his hesitance. But the state of the union still ours. Seeds that we planted will still bring us flowers. The test in our time of unrest is a tower. But we as a nation have climbed from the depths, and despair has never led. Only make sheep following. Hatred is bred from a short-sighted pill that some can't keep from swallowing. And I'ma bet we can still make a killing while breaking glass ceilings with kindness. I trust.
Our very special guest, that voice you hear spitting on the mic, and he's here in studio, Dash Mihok. If I pronounce your name correctly? Mihok. Okay, I'm sorry. How are you, brother?
I'm great, man. You?
That's great, man.
Thank you.
So, you know, we have guests that come in here frequently, and their reps say, "Mark, no politics." So I guess that don't apply to you at all.
No,
I didn't get
that. No, you can talk politics to me.
I love it, man. That's great, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Single just came out, right?
Came
Fire.
out yesterday. Fire, yeah.
And
Diz
this is a
Fam.
group you're with. Who's the group you?
Diz and the Fam. It's me. I'm Diz. The Fam is the band. A lot of amazing musicians. And you know, dropping the album Love and Loss soon. So thank you for helping me promote it. I think that this song is important. I wrote it the day after Charlottesville happened, you know.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I was like, I have to say
Why?
something.
Tell us what you were thinking when Charlottesville happened.
I mean, I was just appalled. I was appalled at the president. I was appalled at his answer of both sides. You know, I couldn't take it, but I also knew that I needed to, you know, spit something that ultimately came from love. You know what I mean? So, I think that this song is about transitioning back to the where the love comes from.
And we have the power.
Yes.
Over and above any one individual, don't we? That's what I got.
Exactly.
We have to, because sometimes I think people get caught up in the individual and obsess about what he is and isn't doing.
Exactly. And as I say, the state of the union's still ours.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it's up to us. And you know, and there's a way to not give him the power that he's trying to take, and that's to keep your own.
Yeah. It's funny. I was watching one of your colleagues in Hollywood, Jennifer Lewis, on her Instagram.
Oh.
You all should check it out, too. It's hilarious. She did a song where he builds the wall, we just going to go tear it down.
Right.
You know, we control.
Yeah.
We control this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a beautiful thought, man. Well, congratulations on the single.
Thank you very much.
How long have you been in music?
Man, I mean, I've been doing it since I was a kid, but, you know, the Diz and the Fam concept came about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. But, man, I you know, I had a little rap group when I was a kid in the city. You know, I've been doing it for a long time.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what is your true love, music or acting?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I love both. There's something to be said when you're in a studio and you know, it's late night and you're laying down tracks, and there's something to be said for it's late night on the street doing an emotional scene. I really enjoy both. But I'm a crazy perfectionist, which is why I don't it takes me a while to release my music. Also because I think, you know, every actor's got a band and this and that, and I don't really want to come out and be like, oh, here's my independent hip hop, unless it was really authentic. So,
okay,
man, I love both.
What I mean, don't worry about the frequency, because you know, and when I was much younger, the great ones weren't as frequent as all,
right?
And that's what made them great,
right?
You know, you waited on a Stevie Wonder release,
right,
every couple of years or so. Now the new thing is you got to put something out.
I know, content. You know,
which I don't even know how creative that is. You know, but it was like, when is the next Stevie Wonder? You know, it would leave you out there. It was kind of like Game of Thrones. You just something like that.
If it's
you know?
quality, then that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah,
that's
this
great.
content thing, I go, but it's a lot of it sounds garbage.
I was reading that one of your songs a few years ago addressed Tourette's, correct?
Correct. Yeah. I have Tourette's syndrome. So, and I'm, you know, a champion and an advocate for people that have it. A lot of people don't, you know, it's a very misunderstood syndrome still, and a lot more people have it than you think. And so, you know, any way I can bring to light the daily struggle, but also, you know, the gift that goes along with it. There's I always try to tell kids, especially because it's really hard when you're. Usually, it's when kids are at their worst, it's usually when your Tourette's are at their worst. So like 12 years old, you're getting ridiculed, you know. And so I always tell those kids, you know, inside of this, there's a silver lining. There's something that you have that's a gift, and that this struggle that you're going through will, you know, it'll emerge. So just trust.
But the reason I brought it up, Dash, what I think is also incredible, in addition to the song, I mean, I think the silver lining that you're an example of is that you can deal with something like Tourette's and still be a double. So it's a double threat. You're a double threat when it's music and acting. So you're at least a double threat.
I'm directing next year, so triple threat.
Triple. Okay, directing. Okay.
Ray Donovan. Oh yeah.
Next year?
Yeah.
Well, the good news about that is there's going to be another season.
There's another season.
Now, the other thing that I think contractually we had agreed with you, you would tell us exactly what's going to happen in the finale, right? Give us. I'll be quiet. Break it down, play by play. Man, I cannot. It's one of the few shows, Ray Donovan. And you all heard me talk about Ray Donovan before. Lately, I don't remember a show like this lately where it's just not long enough.
I know.
You know, the hour's over, and I'm like, and now we're all spoiled from binging.
I know.
So you want the whole season now, and you know, Showtime and doing like that. But it's cool because I think it's kind of cool to pace it.
I think it should still be a water cooler show. You know, you miss those days of The Sopranos and that kind of thing where you had to be at home on a Sunday night to watch it, and sadly, that's not the case anymore. But
this is Bunchy, y'all.
Yeah, what up?
This is Bunchy. Now, and an incredible role.
Thank you.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, not at all a secondary role in the show. And your character has evolved. And,
Indeed.
You know, Bunchy dealing with some issues. Now, they're going to try to make you a deal this weekend, aren't they? But you can't go to prison.
Well, I don't think Bunchy would do well in prison. But maybe he would. He's been fighting back a little bit more these last few years.
Yeah. And the younger brother, who's kind of been at the service of everybody and kind of torn between everybody, you know, but loyal at the moments you need to be.
Yeah, of course, family first.
Does the role of Bunchy is Bunchy in any way similar to Dash himself?
Only in that I think he's a lovable person. I think that I mean, I'm like, you know, people want to hug me on the street and all. Okay. They're like, Bunchy, I'm like, yeah, let's hug it out. You know, I think that part, that warmth that I think he has is me. The rest of it, I have a vivid imagination.
Yeah. And Bunchy, I would think more, you know, than anybody else, you know, is dealing with, again, some of the real issues that folk are dealing with today. You know, and I hope you all seen the show. For those of you who've seen it, you know, Bunchy's character has been a victim of sexual abuse.
Yep.
And then here you are, this tough guy, having to deal with that. You know, that's a lot.
Yeah. No, it's you know, one of the things I'm very proud of this show was that it started bringing to light, you know, what a lot of survivors go through with this, and a lot of people have, you know, felt seen.
Yeah.
And because there's a lot of people out there that this has happened to, and you know, I'm grateful that we're doing a good job. At least I hear. So, because it's real.
What is it that you think? Because at first I didn't know if it would. I wasn't sure. But what is it you think about Ray Donovan that makes it so popular? I mean, it's really a family drama, a family story.
I think we're all part of a dysfunctional family.
To some extent, right?
You know, somebody knows somebody, or, you know, I think that's the grip it has. Okay. And you're just like, gosh. Mm-hmm. but because we're so screwed up, it's like watching a train wreck with really terrific actors. I think that the quality that everybody brings to it is why people watch it. I hope I'm not tooting my own horn, but I think that's the main thing, is that everybody's so good, and you want to root for them, and then you don't. Like, people are like, screw Ray, and then no, I want Ray, and then, you're trying to root for somebody, and something always goes awry. So keep you guessing.
Yeah, no, it's great. Gonna stay in New York for next season?
We are.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be back. Yeah.
So you're gonna be back in New York.
Yeah.
So the storyline continues in New York. What's it like being in there? Because you're shooting here.
We're shooting.
I recognize all the places.
Yeah. No, it's been. I'm from here, so it's fun shooting in my old stomping grounds. But not fun flying back and forth because my kids are out west.
You like living out west better? Out in LA?
I have to say, maybe it's age, maybe it's children, but the cities become a little fast for me. Maybe that's it.
It wouldn't be the snow, would it? You're not.
No, I don't mind. I don't
Really?
mind the seasons. That doesn't
okay.
bother me. It's more just the hustle and bustle, and just like I used to when I was in LA. I'd be like, man, I can't wait to come back and get on the subway and like just look at people and character study and stuff. And now I'm like, I don't really need to see anybody. I want to just go play with my kids. Right. That. I think that that's how I got soft. If everybody's you out there in LA, you get soft. But I dig a backyard.
Okay, I get a little space. Definitely don't have that here.
I grew up in a tenement, so
yeah, I guess so. And I actually get it from a lot of people in New York. Growing up in this environment, when you can be in a place where you got a little room and can stretch your arms out like this.
Yeah, I think it's an age thing.
Right?
Yeah, no.
You can't do that where you live, right, Andrew? None of us really just literally just hold our arms out like that.
Yeah.
Man, congratulations on all you're doing. Season finale, Sunday the 13th.
Yes.
This coming Sunday, and I'm excited for it, but also a little bit disappointed because I don't want it to ever end.
Sorry.
And what were you saying? Bunchy was going to do? Was he going to go to prison now? You were telling us? What did you say?
He's funny, right?
My man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is it going to be a video with Fire? You gonna do a
Fire video is going to come out very shortly. It's all ready to go. So singles out, and the video is moving. I directed it
That's what I was
well.
about to say. You going to direct it too, right?
And it's powerful. And, well, you'll have to wait and see.
All right. Good to see you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Keep up the great work. Keep up. We really admire
really
what you
appreciate
do. We love Ray
being here.
Donovan. If you have not seen it yet, oh my God. And the good thing about those of you who haven't seen it yet, you can binge now.
Yes.
You can just binge all the way out if you're into binging. I might go back and binge some of those seasons, but it's great. You all do a great job.
Thank you, brother.
Dash Mihok, folks. Ray Donovan on Showtime, and Fire, his new single, is available everywhere.
Diz and the Fam is the band, and the Fire's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Digitally.
So check out Fire. All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right. Peace. All right. Cool.